about to eat this whole pan. I hate when the heat wave comes out of Brussels sprouts. Oh shit. That was hot. There's just something so satisfying about finishing a whole pan of something. I never mean to go this late. It's just when I don't have anything to do during the day, I'm just like, I'll get around to it. And then lo and behold, here we are. It's 10 o'clock. I'm finally getting around to it. So, gonna hit some legs today. Probably gonna do some deadlifts. We'll see how things go. Alright, I just recorded this, but I realized that my microphone wasn't plugged in, so I'm recording it again. Anyway, so I usually start off with this kind of thing for mobility. I got this from Matt Ogus, and this is where you just take your hands, you put them to your sides, you lie down on your back, and you drop your knees from side to side. This is just for kind of good lower back mobility. It's a good active stretch before I usually start leg motions. So then after that, I usually do an extension of this movement where I'll move my foot all the way up versus just my knees from side to side. I'll usually do these for about 10 each side. Then I flip over. The opposite I know is called scorpions. I don't know what the laying on your back version is called. But scorpions, you wind up just touching each hand. And this is a little bit harder for me, but I kind of like the stretch a little bit better. After that, I hit some cat-cows. Cat is where your back arches, and mine I feel like can go pretty high, but cow I feel like I'm not very good at. So head down with back arched, and then when your back goes down, your head and butt should come up. After that, I did some child's poses and some upward dogs just for a little bit more mobility work, and then we got down to business. So tonight I wanted to do more of a glute and hamstring kind of workout, so we started with deadlifts here. Typically, I'll start my deadlift warm-up with maybe 135, go for about 10 just to kind of loosen everything up, and then after that, move incrementally up in weight just for a couple reps at a time until I feel like I'm successfully warmed up to my working set. However, tonight, I just wanted to go for a little bit more volume, so we just loaded up 275 on the bar, and then just went to work. So this actually moved pretty well. I got 275 for 10, which I was very happy with. So then I figured I would try it for a couple more times, and we'd kind of keep deadlifts a little bit more high volume tonight. I combined these with sissy squats. Since deadlifts are more of a hamstring and glute movement, I wanted to also do a quad movement. So I just put a 70-pound easy bar on top of my shoulders. Did these for about 15, trying to just get a good little quad squeeze at the top. And a good stretch on the way down. From there, just move back into deadlifts, another set of 275, and this one I think I got for 8 or 10, I can't really remember. So I was very happy with that, and then just decided to move on up. Back to sissy squats here. This set, I feel like I get progressively weaker with these. So I think I did about 12 here, and then was just a little too burnt out. We went back to deadlifts, tried 3 plates. Some people use straps, some people use a belt. I've been kind of leaning away from a belt recently, just trying to strengthen my lower back. But I do use straps just when it's above a certain weight, just because I don't want my grip, something that I feel like is a little bit less essential on the movement, to be what hinders me. So I like to wear straps just so my grip is out of the equation and I can just focus on really what I'm trying to work on here, which is hamstrings, legs, form, stuff like that. So honestly, looking back at this, I feel like my form is kind of tight, and it looks pretty good to me for 315. This moved pretty well. I think I got about 8 to 10 here. I can't remember. I'm not going to count through all of that. Skipping this next set of sissy squats, but just know that I did it. Anyway, another set with 315 here. I was proud of that. So then, since this was my last set, I decided to just put 495 on the bar. Like, kind of a fool. But you know, I've gotten 405 for reps before, so I figured I was feeling good tonight, just wanted to try it. So I went ahead, gave it a shot, even though I had till I collapse in my headphones, it just wasn't budging. I got so much sweat in my eyes. And now that the deadlifts are done, the best time of the night is here. We take off the sweatpants. So then went to this forward hack squat machine here. I really like this machine just because the weight is in the front of you, so it really feels more like a leg press than it does an actual squat. You can really just drive through your heels and get a lot of power behind standing up.
I usually do these for a little bit more low volume, around 6 to 8 reps, just so I can get a little bit heavier, but focus on getting good depth each time. However, at this point, I think I was just tired. My lower back was hurting, my legs were hurting, my whole body was kind of achy. So, alright, I think I'm calling it a night. I am just drained, man. I probably wouldn't have stopped this soon, but I walked around a lot today, maybe like 6 miles or so, I don't know, I'm tired. It's also like 11 o'clock, so I think I might just call it a night. May do a double tomorrow, we shall see. I'm not very happy with myself, but my energy's just not in it. I don't know. Just one of those days, I guess.
Oh, hold on. Okay, we are back on the couch with more Arctic Zero. And you know, if they send me free food, I'll give them a review. Another note this time. Hi, in appreciation of you spreading the Arctic Zero love, we're excited for you to be among the first to try out our new 2017 flavors. Thank you, your friends at Arctic Zero. So I guess these are new from them. I'm excited to see what they are. Let's dive in. This is the most fun thing of the bag so far, the dry ice. We'll play around with that later. All right, first one is Cherry Chocolate Chunk. I'm really excited about this one actually, just because I really like chocolate and cherry as a pair. So hopefully that'll be nice and chunky and give me something to look forward to. Next one, Peanut Butter Swirl. I'm always a fan of peanut butter ice cream, and so I'm hoping this either has like peanut butter chips, peanut butter chunks, anything but actual peanuts, because I feel like those kind of ruin ice cream. Last of the pints is Rocky Road Trip. So this has toasty almonds and marshmallows in chocolate ice cream, so I'm really hoping this will be good and have some good chunks. And then last of the package is Cake Batter Ice Pops. I'm a little bit curious about these, but I like cake batter. They said they're dipped in red velvet, so these will probably be pretty good. And they sent me this little bowl made with lots of love, just like goldfish. So let me grab a spoon real quick. Okay, first one we'll try. First one we'll try is gonna be Rocky Road. I feel like I'll have Rocky Road, then peanut butter to cleanse the palate, and then we'll have the chocolate cherry, because it'll be 2 chocolate ice creams. This says, enjoy it at its creamiest by thawing your pint for 10 to 15 minutes before digging in, or microwave it for 30 seconds. So I'll be right back. All right, excuse me, buddy. All right, let's see. So I think I see a marshmallow chunk in here. Jesus, even after microwaving this thing for 30 seconds, this is ridiculous to get through. What the heck? Alright, I might need to microwave it again. Okay, a little bit more melty now. Just the way I like it. Let me see if I can get a marshmallow chunk in here. Alright, first thing I'm noticing is that the texture is a lot better. So the last time I got Arctic Zero, I kind of thought the ice cream tasted a little bit like a gummy because it just didn't really have the ice cream consistency that you're used to. But they've done a good job with these new flavors so far of making it taste similar to ice cream and have that kind of base. The little tiny marshmallows are really good too. And the almonds add a nice little crunch too. So far, I'm a fan. Thank you, Arctic Zero. That's kind of a unique flavor for these kind of ice creams, and they pulled it off pretty well. All right, next round, peanut butter swirl. I think I microwaved this one a little bit too long, but that's okay. So this one is a vanilla base. It's got a little bit of peanut butter swirl, and then it's got some little white chocolate chips on the inside, which actually are really good. I'm a pretty big peanut butter fan, and this one kind of tastes like Reese's, which is definitely a plus for me. It's still a little bit hard, but I might take a couple bites in just a sec. They've definitely done a good job with these new flavors so far of adding in a little bit more texture. I feel like the last batch that I got, it was hard to go through the whole pint when it was just like one solid texture, if that makes sense. So having a couple different chips or marshmallows or other stuff in here really makes a good difference. So for 300 calories for the whole pint, this is actually really good. I would actually go out of my way to get this one. Alright, so this one is probably going to be the most hit or miss in terms of cherry flavor. I thought they did a good job with the pomegranate last time, so let's see how this one goes. I would say this kind of tastes like
a cherry starburst if you like those. And it's got these little tiny cherry chunks and chocolate pieces inside too. So honestly, this one might be my favorite just because of the particular flavor. But this is a tough call between the three. I would say cherry 1, peanut butter 2, Rocky Road 3. But Rocky Road is still very good. And then in a league of their own, let's try a cake batter pop. I'm not going to compare these to the other pints just because I feel like they're just a different kind of treat. So let's see. This is 80 calories per bar. And it has 5 fat. That's pretty high in fat. 7 carb and 3 protein. They look like this. It's got kind of a Klondike exterior. And I really do kind of like the crunchy outer shell. Alright, so that's all 3. I honestly, if I was in a bit of a macro crunch and wanted ice cream but didn't really have that many calories left, I would go out of my way to get the cherry. I really like the cherry. And the peanut butter too, probably. The other ones, since they're around like $4 or $5 a pint, or I guess for a box for these, I probably wouldn't spend money on, but they're also really good. But that just might be flavor preference. I'm hoping these don't give me a stomach ache because last time I did a review on these, my stomach kind of hurt the rest of the day. So I don't know if that was an ingredient or just because I ate all the different pints. So we'll see how that goes. But yes, you've done a good job, Arctic Zero. If you want to keep sending me free food, I'll appreciate it. But anyway, hope you enjoyed. Have a good rest of your day.